Aldo from Zero to Mastery here, and in today's tutorial we're diving into Power BI, more specifically what it is exactly and how it can help us transform raw data into actionable insights. Now this isn't just any tutorial, it's part of Travis Kuzik's complete Power BI Bootcamp course available on Zero to Mastery. So if you want to become a data professional and help major companies make key decisions, then click the link in the top right hand corner or check out the description below for the full course. Alright, that's it for me. Let me hand it over to Travis. Enjoy.
What is Power BI? Well, per Wikipedia, Power BI is an interactive data visualization software product developed by Microsoft with a primary focus on business intelligence. And of course, that begs the question, what is business intelligence? So this is my definition. Business intelligence is the art and science of transforming data into actionable insights that help organizations make decisions. So where's the business intelligence, or BI for short, in Power BI? Well, Power BI is a complete BI solution in a box, so to speak, that combines capabilities for fetching data from a variety of sources, modeling that data by forming relationships between different data sources, analyzing that data, then translating the analysis into a wide range of visualizations. Power BI's components and their functionality, by design, align with a typical business intelligence workflow. Let's explore those components a little bit more deeply. So Power BI has a built-in ETL tool, that's extract, transform, and load, called Power Query, that enables you to fetch data sets from a variety of sources, text files, spreadsheets, databases, even the web, and more, and then clean and transform that data to prepare it for analysis and visualization. Now, while Power Query is easy to use, since most operations can be performed with a few mouse clicks and no code, it's also industrial strength, capable of working with large data sets consisting of millions of rows, depending on your machine, of course. Power BI also has strong capabilities in data modeling. After pulling in distinct data sets with Power Query, often from different sources, into one Power BI file, the next challenge is to somehow analyze all of this data as a whole. Power BI lets us form a data model in which we can link those separate data sets together so they can be analyzed holistically. And perhaps what Power BI does best of all is visualize all of that data. Power BI has a wide range of visually impressive charts that can tell a story about all that data you fetched, transformed, and modeled. This is typically the end product of the BI workflow. Executives usually don't want to see raw data, but rather a nice summarization. The more visually pleasing and easily understandable, the better, that leads them to insights and helps them make quick decisions. Now, supporting those visualizations is your analysis of that data. And Power BI has a built-in formula language called DAX, which we'll be exploring in much greater depth later, that allows you to create incredibly powerful and sophisticated calculations, which can then be visualized in one of Power BI's many charts. So where does Power BI typically fit into the business intelligence ecosystem in the corporate world? Well, if you're lucky enough to have a data engineering team that handles wrangling, transforming, and modeling data for you, data which typically ends up being stored in some kind of enterprise database, you'll likely use Power BI mostly as a visualization tool to translate all of that nice data into compelling visuals and useful insights. At the opposite extreme, Power BI can be, and often is, used as an end-to-end business intelligence solution. With a robust ETL tool for fetching and transforming data from a variety of sources, powerful data modeling capabilities, a vast array of slick visualizations, and a supercharged formula language to fill those visualizations with metrics and calculations of most any complexity, Power BI can handle a lot more than you'd think a desktop application ever could. But the most common scenario in my experience is somewhere in between. One in which you do have access to an enterprise data store that has some of what you need some of the time, but not all of what you need all of the time. In those cases, you'll use Power BI mostly as a visualization tool when the data store has what you're looking for, and as a do-it-yourself business intelligence in a box solution when it doesn't. So it turns out that there are actually a couple of different variations of Power BI. Power BI Desktop, which you'll be installing in the next video, is, as the name implies, an application you install on your local machine. It's free, yay for that, and has everything you need to build incredibly sophisticated visualizations, reports, and end-to-end BI solutions. This is the tool we'll be covering in this course. However, there is another flavor of Power BI, Power BI Pro, which is a cloud-based subscription service offered by Microsoft that provides sophisticated options for sharing reports, collaborating with other report developers, and automating workflows. If your company uses Power BI widely, there's a very good chance they already have a subscription to Power BI Pro, and this is the platform on which you'll ultimately be sharing your reports. Now, Power BI Pro is a paid subscription service and actually requires a business email to subscribe. Something like Gmail or Hotmail won't work, for example, so we won't be covering it in this course. However, the good news is, regardless of whether or not your organization has Power BI Pro, the vast majority of the work still takes place in Power BI Desktop. This is where you transform and model data, analyze it, and build visualizations. Power BI Pro is more of an administrative tool that governs how reports built in Power BI Desktop are organized, shared, published, etc. So the bottom line is, you can learn everything you need to build amazing BI solutions right in Power BI Desktop.
And that's a wrap on our introduction to Power BI. A huge thank you to Travis for guiding us through this lesson. If you found this snippet helpful, imagine what you can learn in his full course. Again, you can find that linked in the top right-hand corner or in the description down below. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on future tutorials from Travis and other expert Zero to Mastery instructors. Keep growing, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next one.